Hello and welcome to another episode of Dave Flies RC. Today we're working on the Aeronaut Thermic electric powered glider, and it is actually wing day today. So when we last left in the last video, we did as much as we could on the fuselage, but obviously we're waiting on the brushless motor, so we've gone as far as we can with that. So today we're going to start on the wings. This is the external wing tips for the Thermic electric glider. So as you can see in the instruction manual, this is a real short step, this one. So what we're going to do, we'll just start off by pinning this first sheet down so he doesn't move. As you can see in the background, I've assembled some of the ribs just so we can get an idea if they fit correctly and if they all line up. So okay, so what we're going to do is we'll just start by pinning this one down just so it doesn't move while we do some gluing. Okay, so if you're new to this channel, thanks for dropping by and keeping an eye on our build, and if you are returning, we hope that you're enjoying the build series so far. Also, we've just had a new arrival yesterday, which is our next upcoming build, which is a P-51 Mustang. It's only a small plane with about 1100 millimeter wingspan. So we're looking forward to starting that one after we finish this. We're going to actually convert that one to electric as well, so that's going to be have a small brushless motor in that one too. Okay, so we're building this on the flat surface. This will only be a quick one, as we have to just pin this down and let it dry, and it'll cure overnight. So that's about all we can do. So I've just put some glue on this little baby. So as per usual, thank you for tuning in, and we are hoping that you are enjoying the build so far, and we would actually like to see some of what you're doing. So if you'd like to drop us a message or post us some pictures of what you're working on, if you're building anything, we'd like to see them, because we are right into the RC. Okay, yucky glue. So we'll just run a bead. We're just going to use the PVA glue again on this one, because it's got plenty of time to dry, as long as we get this bit straight. And I think the next step will be pretty similar, because if you can see in the background, this main spar here, which is the ribs attached to, will have to be glued on top of this piece here. So it's quite a lengthy step for those two. Okay, let's just smear this glue on. Okay, so let's just lay this on the flats here. What we'll do is we'll pin him in place too. Just grab a square here. We'll just make sure that he is bumped right up against the edge. So we're just going to pin this one down for now as well, just so he stays in the right spot. And we'll just go, I think we'll go, oops, sorry, camera, we'll put this one midway as well, just to make sure that oh Christ, that's a hard bit. That's a bit of a hard one, huh? And then let's pin this one down. Nice. Now I've just got this on a bit of greaseproof paper, and it seems like the PVA doesn't like to stick to this too much. It's not like the CA glue. It seems to stick to this stuff pretty well. So I had a bit of a nightmare getting the tail off. Just using a square on the bottom here to make sure these two surfaces butt up against each other. All right. Nice. A bit of a push down. Make sure that glue is okay, that's that bit done. So obviously I've been playing around with the ribs, so we're just gonna put the ribs out here. And we've just got, obviously with this pinned down, we're not going to be able to trial where this needs to go, but this rib spar needs to sit pretty much in the middle of this former, wing former. So he will go pretty much like that there. Which actually has to go tuck up against the edge here as per the manual here. So obviously this is our wing bottom plate, and the rib we've just glued in simply goes across here, and then obviously this next rib form will sit in the middle of this one, but obviously we can't put that one in until the glue dries. Oops, sorry camera. So I think will hold up for there until this glue dries, and then we'll be back at it again. Okay, so overnight we have let the glue dry, then we've unpinned a sheet, or just on this former, and then earlier on in the piece we just drew a center line to get our center all the way down along here, and then we are set to put the rib in here once we get the center of this, and we'll glue him in, and then that'll be a quick one. So let's get the glue on. Just a little smear of, it's going to get pretty messy, I think, because it's such a thin bit of material. We're trying to get Alright, so this little piece, I'm going to get right in the middle here. So we'll just stick him right on the edge, butt him up against the edge again. Get that one in. Oops, sorry camera. I'm just going to have to zip across. And we want to center this one too. Okay, just like that. Just give it a bit of a push down. And then what we do is we'll just clean a bit of this glue up. Where's the tissue? So obviously this one is going to be the same, so it'll have to dry overnight. Alright, so we're going to try and do a bit of a cheat here, just to make sure that this is in the correct posi. But I'm a little bit worried about that, in case I actually stick him on. We can't square him off either. So just push him down a little bit, make sure he's getting a nice bond. Okay, so let's see what the plan says. Okay. We're a bit too far ahead of ourselves. 23, 22, 25. So just put these ribs in, just to make sure we're on the right track. And I'm a bit worried that they're going to stick in there. Hopefully they won't. So that's pretty well lined up. And what I think I'll do is I'll only leave that for a few minutes, and then I'll pull those ribs off, because I'm very worried that they are going to get glued. Okay, well that looks about right, and hopefully that'll glue nice and straight. I'll just chuck another pin in there. Relay plant here. And one at the end here. And those ones, the other ones are a bit too deep, so I'm not going to be able to stick a. I'm going to get a pin all the way through there. Okay. Alright, so that'll do for now, and we'll just have to leave that to cure. Again, we've used our PVA glue, so that takes around 5 to 6 hours, I think, to bond. So we'll just continually monitor that until we're all nice and glued in. Okay, so that'll do, and we will get back in the morning and see how the glue has dried.